Welcome back, everyone, to Soda City Live. It is Be Well Wednesday, and it's also Registered Dietitian Nutritionist Day. Happy Registered Dietitian Nutritionist Day.
Such a good day.
Such a good day. It is held on the second Wednesday in March every year, and today Kay McGinnis, a registered dietitian with Lexington Medical Center, is sharing some tips and tricks to sneak more nutrients into food for your children, but also for adults who sometimes can be picky and maybe are not eating a healthy enough diet. So you've got something that looks amazingly delicious here, but tell our viewers first, studies have shown if you show somebody or introduce them to a certain kind of food, like a healthy food, a certain number of times, they might actually take it into their diet.
So studies show that you have to be introduced to something 10 to 15 different times before you decide, okay, I like it, I'm going to include it.
So that gives us encouragement not to give up on trying to get our children to eat healthy foods, or our husbands.
Don't make it an issue. When it becomes an issue, it really can become a control point. Even if they're as young as 2.5 or 3, they're still developing their own identity, what they like and what they don't like. And when we make it an issue, it sometimes becomes an issue because they can choose the foods when they're as young as 2.5 or 3 that they really do like.
Right.
So it can really become an issue. So
that's good advice. So there are ways to sneak in nutrients. Tell us what this looks like.
So
it
this
looks delicious.
This is an avocado pudding that I made with a little bit of cocoa that doesn't have a lot of fat added to it.
Yes.
So you can make it with yogurt. You can use plain yogurt. You can use a light sour cream. You could even use like a raspberry yogurt. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes my yogurt has more sugar, sometimes it has less. So I do love it when it says that it has less sugar. It doesn't have a sugar substitute in there. So I feel like that's always a real win, and it has a little bit of flavor. So I particularly like an orange or a orange and chocolate combination, or a raspberry and chocolate.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I'm making it, I'll put the raspberry yogurt in there.
Okay.
And top it with some raspberries.
But it looks like such a fancy dish, and it might be enticing just by how it looks alone.
And that's one of the tricks, is you want to make the food enticing. You want to make it look pretty. You want, for children, you even want to make it look fun. And that can be done by maybe getting them in the kitchen, so that they can help with that food prep. But also something like maybe a cool cookie cutter, like a star.
Absolutely.
Right? And you could make star fruit or star-shaped fruit.
In addition to the yogurt, the bit of chocolate, you added how much avocado?
I added a whole avocado to this.
And you're getting the good healthy fat and great flavor. Tell us about the other things you have here.
So I brought some, and sometimes it's just a matter of getting creative in the kitchen and just kind of changing the way we're offering it. So for instance, chickpeas. I can do chickpeas on the plate, and I can also do hummus, and I can use my hummus as a spread, or maybe hummus as a dip. And I can change the flavor of this easily by adding
And what nutrients would the people be getting?
Fiber.
Fiber's
a really big push, right? So what we've seen across the country is we've actually moved and it's colon health month as well.
Yes, it is, right.
So one of the things is that we've seen is we've backed down colonoscopies. We used to recommend at 55, and now the guidelines say 45, because we all do probably a touch too many processed foods, and we're not getting nearly the amount of fiber that we...
You're being gracious when you say a touch of too many. It's probably a whole lot more than that.
But again, I mean, you could do the chickpeas, you could do them in the hummus form, but you could even add them in the roasted chickpeas, right?
Okay, yes.
So again, there's lots of different ways, and just because you don't like it one way, you might like it another way. You might not like cooked vegetables, but you might like raw vegetables. So if you don't like a food because you don't like a texture, let's say it might be slimy or slick, like a canned green bean or a cooked green bean, but you might like it raw. So again, I think it's just trying to figure out, keep offering that food and trying to figure out how to get creative when you're in that kitchen.
Well, this, again, as we wrap up, yogurt, some Hershey's chocolate,
cocoa, a little vanilla, and I did not bring the sugar. I put just a touch of maple syrup in there. You could do a light agave in there, right? Either one of those.
And then, of course, your avocado.
My avocado.
Excellent. Yum. I hope I get to taste it.
You do.
All right. Happy Nutritionist, Registered Dietitian Nutritionist Day. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here from Lexington Medical Center for Be Well Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Good. Okay, you just